Hi guys and girls. Today we are going to do I Don't Work Here Lady. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see my next videos. Let's get right into it. Woman demands I help her find something in a Chinese store. This happened a long time ago. I was maybe 10 years old. My mom and I went to a Chinese store to buy some stuff that were cheaper there than in other stores. My mom was looking around cause she's the kind of person that loves shopping and always finds something she has to buy that wasn't on our list. I'm waiting for her near the door right next to the aisle with toys. I loved stuffed animals, and this woman approaches me. Karen, tapping me on the shoulder. Where can I find something? Me, confused and silent cause I was very introverted and my brain used to stop working when someone unexpectedly talked to me, and I am very white and only Chinese people were working in this particular store. I think it was a family business. Karen, impatiently raising her voice. Well, where is it? Me, still silent. Karen, slowly asking one word at the time. Do you speak our language? My mom comes to save the day. Mom, can I help you? This is my daughter. Karen, no, she works here. Mom, no, she doesn't. This is my 10-year-old daughter. Does she look like she works here? Karen, no, she works here. She was rearranging these toys. I saw her. Mom, she's a kid. Kids like toys. Ask an employee to help you. Turns to me. Let's go. We walk past the register and inform an employee what happened while she was following us to make sure we really left the store together. The employee was as confused as we were to how Karen could mistake me for an employee, but just sighed and went to help her. Old lady thought I was working at a store. XL. This happens back when I was in high school. I was at a school supplies store buying some emergency art materials during lunch because I forgot to bring mine when an old lady called me to ask for help. She was kind and polite, so I came over to hear her out. She wants an illustration board, but she did not know which one to get. She said her granddaughter needs a half size, but the measurements on the labels are all by inches. Luckily I bought a lot of these too when I was a kid, so I know exactly what she needs and reached it for her. She was surprised it was rather big. She's a petite woman of around 4 feet and the board was 20x30 and she needed 5 of them, so it would be difficult for her to carry alone. The store don't have any push carts, and this thing can't fit on any basket. She asked if I could help her carry it and I was happy to help. But she remembered she needed other things too and immediately walked to the next shelf, leaving me behind. I followed her and told her I would just leave it by the cashier so she can come pick it up later when she's ready to check out, but she insisted that she only needed few more things and asked me again to help her find them. She was really polite and reminded me of my grandmother, so I can't resist helping her out, even if it meant following her around carrying these big pieces of cardboard with me while looking for items she needed. Luckily her list is quite short. Within few minutes, I assisted her to the cashier and left after putting down her items on the counter. She immediately called me back and asked me if I could also help her bring these to her car after she pays for it. I thought about helping her, but the parking lot was on the other direction, and I lost track of time that I'm gonna be late if I don't leave soon. Sorry, but I should be on my way. I said to her. Hi, can you ask a staff to help her carry these to her car? I immediately said to the cashier. Why can't you do it yourself? The cashier snarled at me. I was taken aback. Miss Karen, I said as I looked at her name tag. Look, but I really need to go. I would be late for class. Are there any available staff to help out your paying customers? All staff are on break. Can't you see it's lunch? Sir, said the cashier in a very condescending tone, stressing the word sir in the end as if she hates to be polite to a kid younger than her. Wait, you don't work here? Interrupted the old lady, looking at me. No, I said, trying to contain my anger, not for the old lady of course, but for that snooky cashier that might be just a few years older than me. I'm sorry son, I thought you work here. I can't thank you enough for your help. Let me deal with this on my own, said the old lady. Are you sure? I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna be late for school. Sorry that their customer service here is the worst, I said. I should be the one to apologize for taking your time. Don't worry about me, go on. I don't want to cause any more trouble for you, she said. As I turned my back, I heard the old lady starts to complain and ask for the store manager to come out. Cashier started yelling that even the manager is out for lunch and lost it. I think she's having a bad day, something to do with being left out. Anyway, I quickly walked out the store and ran back to school. I felt sorry for the old lady and wondered how it turned out, but I never looked back. I never had chance to buy the art materials that I needed, got reprimanded by the teacher and got detention. Psychotic and or drunk Karen gets violent because it'll. I, 20M, am German. English is not my first language, so be kind please. I went to a very well-known electronics store here in Germany looking for some Nintendo accessories for my Switch. As I stroll through the aisle, an old lady approaches me, asking me where to find Steam cards. Since I know that I just told her they were by the register. The nice grandma was kind to me and told me she just thought to ask me because I was young and there were no employees nearby. So I helped her and went looking for my stuff again. I was wearing a red t-shirt and some really tight black pants. The shirt had Japanese signs printed on it as well, and I can't wrap my mind around how the next example thought I worked there. Now the story begins. As I pick up a nice case for my Nintendo Switch, I hear the signature ahem. There was not a single person around before, so I immediately look up. There she is. A real nice Karen. Mid-50s, short red hair and secretary glasses. Never seen anyone's face scream soccer mom more. Soccer mom equals SM me equals me. SM, excuse me, where can I find, she reads from note, Benk Zoe RL 2755, gaming monitor, me, oh I actually know that. I just got one for myself, I just bought a whole setup and the store is close by, 3 hours ago. I understand why you had trouble finding the monitor since they aren't in the monitor aisle because they have a discount at them. SM, I know that, that's why I'm here. Me, here you go, pointing towards the monitor after walking her to the right aisle. SM, I have back problems, I'll need you to carry that to check out, and my car, no please or thank you. Me, not realizing she thinks I'm an employee, I can help you when I finish my shopping, but I think you can ask an employee to do that for you. SM, aha, and you are so sure that you're not just being lazy? Me, pardon. SM, if it's not your department I understand, but acting like you don't work here is disgusting and lazy. Me, well I really don't work here, I just helped you because you asked and I knew where the monitor you wanted was. SM, I saw you help that lady before, I know you work here. I want to speak to your manager now. She was actually going from fake smiling to screaming in a second, and I was terrified of this woman. Me, I told you already I don't work here, look at my shirt, you think that says, name of the store, in Japanese. How can you even come to that conclusion? SM, you're not getting out of this. Help. She literally, and I kid you not, starts screaming for help. Me, you are insane. I start walking off. At this point I am terrified of this psycho, she had a real wild and insane look in her eyes. I don't know why I just started walking, but I was actually scared. Of course Karen isn't just going to let me walk. The psycho decides to grab me with one arm around my neck and her other is hand grabbing my throat. Now I start smelling the Prosecco. Just out of a reaction and panic I forcibly fight my way free of the claws of the Karen and I elbow her face accidentally. She is screaming bloody murder. I am a really sensitive guy and out of reaction I just start crying, lol, I didn't know how to handle what happened at all. SM is bleeding and screaming and I am crying. By now employees have arrived, and customers. SM, your colleague just punched my nose in me, still ugly crying, I don't work here, she just grabbed me. And I panicked. I am so sorry. At this point I try to see if Karen is okay and want to help her up and apologize. I'm a huge guy, 191 centimeters tall, muscular, and I easily weigh 110 kilograms, so I felt like I could have reacted better to her assaulting me other than trying to break free with full force. As I apologize while still weeping, LMAO, the psycho scratches over my face, hitting my lip, which started to bleed like crazy. Me and Karen are bleeding. I can't stop crying because my body just doesn't know how to deal with that stress. Now we are sitting in separate rooms in the store waiting for police to arrive. The police pick up my story and give me real dirty looks and make some comments. I feel like the ground under my feet is slipping away. I still couldn't stop weeping or the bleeding of my face. After about 45 minutes of being scared out of my mind, the policemen come back with Karen behind them in handcuffs. They told me that they had reviewed the camera footage and that my story checks out 100%. They were taking her in anyways for actually throwing her phone in one of the employees of the store's face while waiting in that room. I am so sorry, I don't know the context to that, lol. So they asked me if I would like to press charges too. I, of course, said yes. So awful story with a kinda happy end. One of the worst days of my life for sure. I'm a real snowflake. That was too much to handle for me. Case is still ongoing. I can keep you updated. Her hearing is in a couple weeks, as this story happened shortly after the release of Smash Bros. For the Switch, and German court is slow as fuck. All I know is that she spent a whole night in custody, which makes me extremely happy to hear. Thank you for reading. I hope you enjoyed this actually, for once, real and extreme situation.